Hey, it's Pete here, and I'm back for another chess video. Here what I'm going to be doing is continuing my journey to actually see how good at chess I can actually get. So it's been about 1 week since I've restarted my chess career, and we'll see where we can get to from here. The first day that I played, I managed to win 4 games and lose 1 out of 5 games, but that was really, it's good to be lucky rather than good. I put myself in a bunch of terrible positions and managed to have my opponents miss them or go from there. But I feel like I'm starting to consolidate that. I've had a decent run of it at the moment, and currently my rating's mid 1100s. So we'll see where we'll be able to go from there. I've played a ton of games over these 7 days. I've won 50, lost 34, and 7 draws. I feel like that's going all right. A little bit of a recap of what I've done so far, or what my approach is. So first of all, right at the start, one thing I realized is I had no idea about openings whatsoever. Like, I learned chess when I was up till about 12 years old, and I didn't have a good idea of how to do that. So I've learned some basic openings, and by this, I don't really know the openings, but I know like the first 4 moves or so, some things that can do, what you're trying to achieve in general. But like, I really need to flesh that detail out. But usually that's good enough to sort of navigate my way through just that early stage of that. And then once I get into the mid game and the end game, I feel like I can do okay. I also learnt a bunch of checkmate patterns. Like, I used to know them, but like I just completely forgot all about them. Like, oh, that's how you did it. I remember having like one game where I was like, oh, I've got a king and a rook, and I just had no idea. Like, I knew I had to get them to the edge, but I was like, I don't know how to actually get them there to actually checkmate them. So yeah, I went through and learned a bunch of them, and I also watched some videos on endgame technique just to like smooth that up, because when I'm playing, you get to practice your openings and all kinds of stuff like that a lot. You don't get to practice the middle game and end game nearly as much, because sometimes the game's over by then. So playing over and over again isn't really good for trying to practice that. So I did lots of puzzles and techniques and videos on endgame stuff so that I would improve that, so when I get to those games, I'm not as bad. One other thing that I think is just like an absolute must for trying to like learn any game whatsoever is that you want to review all the games that you play. If you're not reviewing the games, then you are just wasting your time. So I've been reviewing every single game that I play. And this, like with chess, they have such a good feature of being able to review your hand, like way better than if you're playing bridge or other games, because like the AI is like really good and it can show you where you've gone wrong. One thing that I've noticed over the next week that I want to improve, so a common blunders that I miss is I often overlook sort of like diagonals and skewers and pins of pieces. So at some point I overlook something and lose a piece there. So I want to try and reduce that over this next week. And something else I want to learn is, I think I'm going to go through a stage of trying to learn just a ton of gambits. Largely because when the gambits come up, there are so many traps in them, and I just don't know how to navigate them, and it is really difficult. So I reckon sometime this week I'll be just, let's find a gambit, we'll learn a gambit, we'll play it, see if I can try and play against someone doing it, and actually see if I can do it, just because I don't necessarily want to be playing them that much, although they do look like a lot of fun. It's just that I need some way to be able to navigate against them, because they are really difficult when you've never seen them before. Anyway, let's get in and play some games and see what we can actually do. All right, so I've just been playing the London opening, so we'll give that a start. Yeah, I'll just drag that one up. Could either put the knight forward as well. All right. Okay, so let's drag that one out. I want to put this pawn up here, drag that knight over. I could also castle, not currently under much. I'll just keep fortifying there, drag that over, bring the castle soon. Okay, so what did he take? He took my bishop. Right. So when he dragged his bishop out there, I forgot I'm usually meant to like drag mine over there, but I didn't do that. So I have to actually remember these things with like a few deviations there. But yeah, I could have slid that back and that would have freed up this rook, which I usually want to do. All right, I could drop my knight in there. That piece is currently undefended. I could push this one up. I could slide that pawn up, trade, no. Could move my queen up one. That's going to block off the knight a little bit. I want to castle over this side, and putting the pawn up there disrupts that a little bit. Do I have any good counterattacks? Not really. Yeah. I really don't. All right, fine. I didn't want to make that move. I'll be curious to see what the game says about this move here. What the best one is. Should I slide my queen up there across? Yeah, they were the main ones that I saw. Okay. Got all my pawns on. Oh, they disconnected. Okay. Hopefully they get back in. I don't want to win this game because of just butchering it. But yeah, I think I back here. That would be so just sliding my bishop there is what I should have done. King's a bit underprotected, so things that I want to do. Okay. All right. Let's review that. I was in a bad position, I think, so I don't think I should have got that win, but you know, I'll take it. The game was certainly not lost, but I was down, I feel. Ooh. Okay, so the accuracy was balanced. Neither player had ever had an advantage. Well, it says I was plus 0.52. And I made 0 in accuracy, 0 mistakes. Interesting. Yeah, so that's good. Great. Okay, so there, that said that was a good move, but I want to retry and just see what it says about that. Okay, so it thinks that's the best move. So it said I found a good move, but didn't find the best move. So that's what I wanted to do. I was still happy enough. It actually, that's a fine move. Okay, but what's the best move? All right. All right, so I have to take that there. All right. Try next. That won't let me retry. I was curious about that one. All right. Anyway, let's move on to a new game. All right, so black. All right, so what I've been trying is the Kari Khan defense and just what the. All right. All right, so I want to chase the queen away, but I can develop. So I guess that. Can't take this. I got my king that can take. Can't take that one. Has to move away. Can I chase the queen at all? Still trying to do there. He's going to try and slide his bishop out over there. So I could keep an attack going on there. All right, so he's moving the attack onto my knight. I could come up here. Could move it there. attacks the pawn. It could move forward. I can just take with this. I blocked my bishop in for now. Not sure about that move. I think that one's an interesting one about where to actually go from there. Okay, so he defends it again. So I can't move my knight. I can't do that. Let's defend here, and then hopefully I can get my... I'm never getting my bishop out if I do that. Let's slide my queen out here. And that attacks that pawn, so he'll have to defend. He'll probably bring his knight out there. No, he's giving me a free pawn. And this frees me up to take that one. He's going to harass my queen for a little bit. But if he does anything to harass my queen immediately, I just take that pawn and check him, which is good. So I've got that pawn under attack. So if he slides the bishop out to attack me, I can pin there and then still threaten this piece. I've got this guy under attack as well, which is completely undefended. And I've got that. Okay. All right, so let's just check. All right, so that's now pinned. So now that that's pinned, what can we actually do? I want to free up this bishop a bit. Okay. All right, so attacking me there, right? If I slide in there, he can take with his queen. I can't take that yet. Right. He's also attacking there. I could just slide in here. I don't mind a queen trade. We've got I'm up material, so I'm up 2 pawns. So if it offers me a trade, that's fine. Right. You go harass rook, but then he can just slide down there. I could check him. So I was thinking, like, let's say I slide out there. He can just take my bishop, but then I could go in there, check. He has to move, and then I get to take his bishop back. And I've got my knight over here protected. I reckon we go for that. Wow, he didn't take it. So he's lining up on there. Well, I can still just check him and I get the bishop for free. Oh, wait, no, I don't. That was a blunder. He now just takes it with his queen. I was really expecting him just to take there. Yeah, so he should just take there. Right. And slide up and take there. Yeah, so let's get the bishop back. He can take there and I get my bishop back. So okay. All right, just now. Not how I was really intending it to go, but worked out all right for now. All right. Where's that gonna go? So with knights, I like loathe. He was freeing up his rook most likely. There or there, he can't do anything. Can't see it moving there. Can't see it moving there for much reason. Let's just shore up this defense, free up our bishop so that we can actually castle. Okay, where do I want to move this? So I could move like down. I think just down here is probably best. So knight is not an issue yet. Okay. Yeah, I think I can just move back. That's fine. So the queen was defending there, so couldn't take the pawn. Right, weird move. Defends the pawn, so he's freeing that up. Let's get this out of the way. I need to get my knight into the picture as well. Myself some more options here. Maybe I could have moved my bishop there, and that could have slid over there for sort of coming in that way. That might have been a decent choice. So maybe like when I look back, I reckon bishop over to here would be a better shot. It's really just pushing his pawns. I want to build an attack on this pawn here. I can just pin it currently. So pinning the bishop and that. My queen's defending this. The knight can't do too much. I was thinking of just moving the knight out, but you know, this seems pretty weak and there's this long chain that's coming into my sort of area. So let's see what we can get. All right. Now I think I want the knight in protecting is moved over there. So my bishop's now protected, so I can freely move my queen. Not that there's a whole lot of areas that it can go. So do I want to take... Why did he wants his queen in there. I don't think I want the queen there. I think I just slide... I could either castle, which I think is fine, or I could slide my rook in here. He takes, I take back, and I've got the open file. I think I want to just castle, connect the rooks. But maybe it was best for me to move my rook in preemptively. So, still just wondering what I can do with this pawn here. Okay, so that's lining up. Where's he trying to build an attack? Let's just get this open file here. I can't move the rook all the way up here, but maybe I can pin the knight to the queen or something. So he's building an attack there. So he's only got one attacker there at the moment, so that's not gonna get too much. So I slide my rook up here. Okay, so this knight is under attack by my queen and my rook. He's got two defenders. Say I take there. What is defending his queen? If I just take the knight now, it takes, that doesn't work. I could just slide this in over here. That puts some more pressure. Attacks the pawn and the knight, and threatens for me to slide up here and check, and then he would have to sack his queen. Okay. I don't get that move, moving at one piece just to defend the queen there. You might think of castling. That's probably a pretty decent move if he hasn't moved his king already. Check. Move the king there. Wasn't expecting that. But I probably should have. So I think I can just take this pawn here. He can't take the knight, so I think that's a free pawn. Takes. Now, if I slide my bishop in, no. I don't think I can take anything else. We're at +3. I have to be careful of time here, so I really want to start trying to work out how to checkmate him. So he's got that pawn guarded by the queen, attacking there. I could slide my queen all the way over this way. There's nothing attacking that as such. He wants a queen trade. I'm happy for that. Okay, do I want to... I think I just want to get this out on the open file. I could have traded there, and I think that would have been okay. But I feel like my bishop's better placed. Don't feel any urgency to try and trade here. I could trade now. I could push my pawn, that would be bad. I could send rook up there, takes. All right. Yeah, I'm up. Let's just trade down and then see what we can do. All right. I want to get this pawn over here, so I'm just checking. I'll slide over this way and then down. Yeah. And then I want to try and push. Oh, he wants to back make me, but I got that guarded with the knight. All right. I don't have the knight guarded. So, if I move, interesting. All right, so I can just check him. I can just fork his pieces, get his rook. Okay. Whew. And then after this, now that was a nice little counterattack. It took me a little while to work out what to actually do. I was like, I wasn't worried about him back making me. I got that protected. I was like, oh wait, he can just get my knight. And then turns out I can actually just take his rook. And we're good from there. So after this, I just want to keep his king away and then just push this pawn all the way up. And just use my king to protect some of my pawns, but I think this will be a good game. A few little curveballs in the end, but happy to get the win. Surely he's just moving his king like directly down. I'm just holding my knight here. I don't want to waste my time. That's my biggest enemy at the moment. So as soon as he moves, I expect that maybe he will resign. But as soon as he moves, I just want to be on the ball, trying to move stuff. My next move will be like slide my rook all the way up and just start moving pawns. Largely be careful that his king doesn't get too many freebie pawns while I'm doing it. But it looks like maybe it's just trying to time it out. But I was pretty happy with that game. I'll be curious to see what it said. I don't think I've made too many blunders. Beautiful. Okay. What do we got? 81%. I found one great move, the best move 13 times. I did make one blunder. Okay. 2 inaccuracies, 1 blunder. Let's see what the blunder is. So what's the best move here? Probably developing something. What can I develop? Okay, I think it just wants me to capture the middle. Free up this bishop. Yeah, one of the issues was like I just got super congested. Okay, this loses a piece. They take the bishop. Then I went the fork. All right. What's it say? Okay, it probably just wants me to push there and attack. Make a nice simple attack, free up my pieces, capture the middle. Like, not really complicated stuff, but yeah. Take my bishop and then I overlooked a better way to win material. Take. It's probably with that. No? With this. So I overlooked a better way to win material. So I thought I would lose. What do I do after this? Does it just want me to take like that and check? All right, so I would have lost a rook for 2 minor pieces, which I guess is good value. Oh, and I fork them. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, gotcha. I don't lose my rook for 2 minor pieces. I get 2 free minor pieces. That's like way better. Trade queens. Slide that over. Trade more. Check. That's best. Got the pawn. And then the fork. Mwah. Beautiful. So, cool game. Let's go again. I feel like I know a lot more about what I'm actually doing now, so I think a week's practice has helped significantly. All right, so we're white. Let's try not to butcher this one. But so this little move here, I don't exactly know what they're trying to do, but let's defend here. They're just doing some like minor pieces, and they're going to try and push up there. So they also want to be able to slide that queen in. So when they move this here, do I trade or not? So if he pushes forward now, right, so he's trying to trap my bishop. So the queen's protecting that at the moment, so I guess that just slides back. And he's going to move... No, he's not going to move that pawn forward. All right, let's develop some more pieces. So this pins what has that attacked. I want to try and like free some stuff up, so can't attack that knight very well at the moment because of that push there. This, like, his defense I've never seen before, so I'm sort of flying by the seat of my pants at the moment. All right, so he's going trade there. Looks like I'm currently losing a piece and I don't see a way out of that. So can I counterattack anyway? I could push this forward, trade, I take, he goes forward, and if he ever moves we do the trades, if he moves the queen out, then I just fork him. So I reckon I like this here. So basically, I want this to then be able to go in there with the fork there. The main issue is this queen here targeting this piece, but he's planning on dragging the queen out here and the bishop out here to capture one of my minor pieces. So hopefully I can capture a fork in the meantime. All right, so he's guarded that way. So what if I just take a pawn at this stage? What's that do? Is this guarded at all? Okay, so I can just slide my queen out and attack there. This pawn's kind of hanging and he's got this threat coming. But I can just slide this up. Yeah. He could maybe move his bishop out over there. Yeah. Right. So got currently a free pawn, but I'm about to lose my queen. Aren't I? So not the best move. All right, so I could check him. So what checks do I have? I've got that available check. I've got that check. Check. I can just take a rook. I could. Yeah. All right. Let's just take a rook. He can have it. All right. And that's hanging. So let's just collect that. And we're back in this spot where we're threatening that. If the queen comes out, I've got this fork happening. It's got one free pawn there. Maybe I wanted to slide my thing over there, right? So he's offering a trade. What other options? I don't really need to trade there. I could slide my knight in over here. He can do the trade if he wants. I got my knights in some good positioning at the moment. Or not. Yeah, some real good positioning here. Whatever, we'll escape out here. He'll threaten to take there. Which if he does, I just fork him. Right. So, all right. So I think I found some good moves here, but this game's sliding away. He had nice defense there. All right, so I've got a discovered attack here that I'm going for. I could check, take there. Or I could check like that and then take, he trades. So take, 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 take. So much taking. What was that guarding? So let's say I take there, you can take, get there. All right, let's just trade some free pawns. And now I'm actually guarding this piece via that. So even if I check, he can trade and I get a queen. So the fork's looking super attractive at the moment. I do want a castle at some stage. That would be nice. Like, other than castling, I'm kind of happy with like some of my control, minus the fact that I'm short a couple of pieces. He's got my queen, and I'm down in this game, and I'm behind on time. So other than all those negatives, I think it's all right. If he moves this bishop anyway, and I don't think he could, like, will, like maybe he'll move his bishop there or something and check me. I can take. I don't see him moving that bishop. That bishop's pretty good. Right. Okay, so we check, we take here. So you take with the queen or just move. I either get a rook or a queen trade. Both are fine. And we start to claw back this point deficit. Some aggression. After I do that, I'm going to be trying to. And I check him again. So my knight might even live. That's a freebie. Alright, that's also a freebie. I think this one just frees up this pawn a bit. And I've got a check there as well. So I've got a good escape route by doing that. That has put me under check. Right. Okay, so can't castle, so alright. He can slide his bishop there and I take, that's no good. Slide my rook over here. That starts a pin up there. So I could just check him. I like checking and then just taking this and another fork, and I can get that back, and I'm ahead. Is that? I'm ahead in time. I'm ahead on material after this. Okay, I get it. It's another check, another discovered check with my rook, and he might move here to attack it, and then I get another bishop and defend it. This is just beautiful. All right, then we slide our rook over to create another discovered check later, because it is really struggling with these discovered checks. He had the game up so much. All right, where's that going? Yeah, he wants to check me here. He wants to attack, defend this. Let's try and pin it. You can slide over there and get my bishop. So, all right, so he's going to take my bishop. I think I just want to move a pawn up. Ah, he didn't want my bishop. He wanted my pawns. So I have to be careful with this discovered check because he can take my rook. So where do I want to slide this rook? I could slide it over here. This defends my pawn. All right. All right. So I think I can. Wonder if I could guard this spot at all. No, but we'll check him and see which way he wants to go. If he goes left, is just almost mated. Okay, so where do I want this rook to go? Other than to safety. Slide it there. That seems relatively safe. Do I have any other better moves? I think that's decent. So he's going after that. Can I attack his queen instead? Take a pawn and a bishop. I really need to be able to move this pawn somehow. All right, so if I slide this in here, can I get forked anywhere? Do I get harassed? All right. I'm not sure. I don't think that's a great move, but I'm a bit under time pressure at this moment. So I just want to find a move. I just want to get myself a little bit out of danger and then just start pushing these pawns up. Okay. Okay, whatever. He can slide forward again and I can take, or I can now just check him over there if I want to. Also, I've freed up my knight to go this way, my rook to go this way to check him. So don't quite have mate here, but check, he has to go some way. Do I have mate? I'm getting close to like ladder mating him. I just have to be careful of where this queen can slide. So let's just check him. I can at least collect the knight if I don't want to do something. Chess player lol. Hello, thanks for coming in. How you doing? All right, so do I have mate in any way? I could check him here. Do I just want to? All right, so I could just take the knight. Let's just take the knight. I probably missed checkmate somehow there. Okay. One month. Have you played before this challenge? I played when I was a kid. I played until I was maybe like 12. I never played any tournaments. That's an interesting move. Right, so what's not protected? My knight, my rooks here isn't protected. I just want to slide this back up here. Away from that. And if he doesn't try and block that check, then I can checkmate him across there. So do I want to slide my bishop over? I think that's fine. This also protects this rook. So yeah, this is, yeah, I'm 1 week in from restarting up my, my long hiatus from playing chess. And I was real bad. Like, I think I've got like some good knowledge of different moves and stuff. I can also plan moves decently, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that I miss. Like if a piece hasn't been moved in a long time, I just forget about it. There's still a bunch of other issues I got in the way. He's gonna... he can't check me there, he can't check me there. I think I got him from here. I presume that I can mate him next turn there, or he can slide his queen up there. I can't see how he can get out of this. So. Nice. So let's do a game review. So just out of if you're curious, I'm a professional bridge player, which is another tactical card game. 80%, 22 best moves. Okay, so I made a blunder, 5 inaccuracies and 1 mistake. All right. But there's like a bunch of championships that are like, there's a World Mind Sports Championship where there's like chess, bridge, go. So I've played in the bridge version of that. And I used to play chess when I was in primary school. So real little, gave it up after that. And yeah. My goal is just to see what sort of rating I can get up to, what I can do. Usually when I look at this, I can get myself to like a winning position. But at some point I'll make a stupid move. And I think there's one thing where if I was given more time, I could avoid those things. So I feel like when I'm practicing, I should probably play like some untimed ones just to really try and practice to eliminate these blunders. Because when you're under time pressure, you keep making them and it's really hard to reevaluate them. But yeah. Okay. Missed an opportunity to block an attack on a vulnerable piece. Yeah, so I think I completely missed that my queen was going to have like nowhere to go. I was like, oh yeah, I can get a rook. But I didn't think of an escape plan. And like this move here, I was like, ooh, what can I do from there? So... I missed a better way to fork pieces. Do that, fork that, that gets the bishop in line. Gotcha. So let's go back to this one and just retry this. All right. So I got to get my queen out of the way, and it's got the 2 queens there. So what do I want to do? I could maybe like slide over here. Is that what I want to do? That threatens the rook. And defends the pawn. Why is that? All right. Let's move the rook. Okay. Move the knight. Yeah, pieces. Okay, so what's that do? So that protects my queen. Gives me some more defense there. It sort of attacks that piece and that piece. And I can still move that up there. And then I've got the... but I won't be able to move that up there for a while. But it frees that piece up to go there instead. Yeah, so I think I totally missed the fact that my queen didn't have an escape route and just had to do the best I could from there. So instead of having a pawn, I could have had a bishop. But I think it worked. I think my opponent not noticing like how many forks that I could actually make on them, that they weren't prepared for that. But I think this is my new personal best rating, 1181. So our winning streak continues, and let's move on to the next game. I think I might play 2 more games. See what we can do. All right, we'll stick to old trusty London opening. I need to learn some more openings as well. Just for some more variation, keep things fun. We'll slide that up. I want to get this knight going soon. Ooh, okay. Is that a free pawn? Like, you can take it with my knight. And then I get another pawn back? Do you have an opening for black? I've got two. Like, by openings, I know about 4 moves of the opening, and I don't know all the weird and wonderful challenges. So, by openings, I'm going to say I have a basic opening. So, 2 openings that I'm trying for black is the Kara Khan and the King's Indian. So, they're the 2 that I'm really considering. So, if I move my knight there, trade. Is knight there okay? Bishop. I could just check him, he slides that out. I could push that forward, I could move a knight out. What are they going to do there? He could push that. Do I want to defend this piece a bit more? I want to get something happening. Let's... I guess this attacks that piece still and develops a knight, so... Do you have any openings that you recommend or think that I should check out, try and learn? Okay, so he's going to go for that piece there. That pawn's undefended. I could push it up. I think pushing it up's okay. I can't immediately do it. It's still defending this sort of line as well. My king is very wide open. Now I can't move my knight here as much. Maybe I want to slide my knight in over there for some defense. I don't know which side I want to castle on. I guess it's going to be the right side now. I made a free mini course on the French defense. It's similar to the Kara Khan. Oh, yeah. Where can I find your mini course? I feel like I want to get like some openings like that I just know quite well. So that's sliding into attack there. I kind of want to get this knight vaguely out to do things. I could slide my bishop up to threaten to trade bishops. Get that out of the way. I could move there just to threaten that as well. Can't check him. Let's get his bishop out. My bishop wasn't really doing anything. And I don't mind if that moves across into the center if they trade. So we've got that check. That pawn is not doing anything. I can slide this into the middle. It's just opening up your French defense. I'll save that for later. So I think I might play a couple more games and then do it. I did make it recently, so I'm still trying to get feedback on what should be explained better. Yeah, I'll definitely give it a shot and try and let you know. That pawn is not guarded anywhere, so I have to keep that in mind. My pawn structure is like woeful. Okay, so my knight is pinned, my rook is guarded, that pawn is unguarded. Maybe I just push this pawn up and attack. Guarded. He's got like this. I'm not sure who's doing better here. I'm like a pawn up supposedly, but he's got the queen right up in my grill. I feel like I've got the center pretty well, but there's some stuff happening here, and he doesn't have very much development there. So I need to castle to get my king out of the way soon. Okay, well, let's scratch that. I think I can't castle. I want that queen gone. How can I get rid of this queen? So I could just trade. I don't really want to trade like that. Maybe I could slide in over there and then he can can't take there. He could go in there and still force me, but that would be a queen sack. He could slide his queen there. I could start harassing his queen. If he moved his queen all the way back there, I think that is okay. So I really want to castle at this spot, and I don't have a good way to get this queen out from here. I think he's like, yeah, I'm just going to stop you castling. And he drags it back there. I don't know what I'm going to do to follow up. Like, I could start moving pawns at it or something just to create some tension. I don't know what sort of good counterattacks I've got. I've got the pawn up. I feel like this pawn's pretty unguarded at the moment, but I'm not in a good position to attack it. Okay, I think he's listening to me, but I'm going to start pushing pawns just to piss him off. If I move up there, the bishop attacks and I can still trade back. Oh, that's pinned. Good. Okay. Right. This prevents him from castling. Does something. I could castle. I could castle left. It doesn't get me in the defense. It connects my rooks, but oh, that's just so obnoxious. Okay. What else can I do? All right, so it's blocked off castling. I should stop focusing on that and just think of what else can I actually do. I've made it so he can't castle at the moment. I could try and get a knight in there, and then another knight up here. Okay. If I move this up here, I'm threatening this. If he castles this way, is just done. If he pushes pawns, maybe I've just made it more annoying for him and disrupted his pawn structure. Okay. Well, that plan worked a little better than I was actually thinking. All right, maybe you're just going to castle there. I can't castle. He's showing off that he can castle. Let's get it. Just set up the checkmate for when he wants to show off his ability to castle. We got it. All right. Let's check out this game. 60%. So I made 2 blunders. They made 1. They didn't even rate my like pre-setup of the checkmate as a brilliant move. Oh. All right. So let's see where my blunders were. Okay. I overlooked an ability to... Can I do that? That gives him a pawn. That... I could... So... Things are ridiculous. That check sacrifices. Don't want to do that. I could... take it there. It still drops this here, which is... Like, I was thinking that, like, if he goes, like, here, then... yeah. So that doesn't work because of that. But, wait. Where were we? Yeah, brilliant is when it's best and a sacrifice. I know, but... I thought, you know... I'm surprised that's a blunder. So, all right. So, wants me to move my knight, and I guess it's there. This pawn's free, right? So if he takes there, I could just go, you know what? Let's just have the center. And I'm doing okay. I guess that's the way that I get out of that. So... think that I have to free up my knight, my rook, and I want to develop my knight and threaten a pawn. If they take my pawn, yeah, gotcha. Okay, so this is the one where like I just don't know what I should be doing. It also threatens to fork the rook and the king. Oh, if I move it up there. Yeah. So after I take the pawn, I can still move on forward. Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, like, what's it think that a good move here is? Okay, so this is like just where I was completely lost, and I don't know where I should do. So what's I reckon? So it is move the queen. So I moved the queen here. So there's bad, there. I don't lose it, but like I feel like they can just push there. So it's there. I could consider something like this or back towards here. Okay, so it just reckons slide it back. So I think here, so here they moved in. I was like, let's get rid of it. And I got rid of it. It went back. And now I just go, okay, cool. Because whatever. Often I just miss the, yeah, let's move back approach. Okay. I didn't spot my bait. So I was like, they called this a blunder. This move was a blunder. But it was just beautiful setup because they were going to castle. All right, so let's see what it recommends. All right, so it wants me to move my queen and it's not on that diagonal. It's there? Argon wants me to move my queen there? Like get an attack going or something? No? It wants me just to defend. Okay. Yeah. It's like, you're doing the wrong thing with your queen. Just move your queen back here. Play it safe. Yeah. All right. So let's look at this knight move. So let's assume that they weren't going to castle. Queen d1 has an idea to go to queen e2. So, all right. So if I move there, I can then, you know, whatever, not that I'll do that. I can then block that, and then, you know, when they do this, hooray, I finally get to castle, but, you know, obviously not in that order because I've sacked my queen. But yeah. Gotcha. You got to play the person, though. I love just pre-setting up mate, hoping that they move into it. It's not a good strategy, but yeah. All right, and on to our final game. Let's see what we can do. All right, so black. All right. See what we do. All right, we're in. Interesting. I think I just developed my knight anyway. I think of taking, but I don't really see what that does. Usually I'm like, oh yeah, they'll just take there. All right, sweet. I set up a pin, which is beautiful. Do I just counter that way? They push forward, I go there. Okay. Felt like that was good for me. I got this pawn hanging now, I guess. So, was that pawn always hanging? I reckon we just defend this way, free up the bishop. I was gonna say free up the bishop, and then I was about to plant the knight right in front of it anyway. That could be okay. Maybe I just trade this way, just to free up my bishop, actually. So trade, check. Trade, then they take. I might be able to slide my bishop up here and just check. And my bishop wasn't doing much, so maybe I'd take the knight and check again, disrupt the pawn structure. Pretty happy for a bishop. Okay. And let's just get this in there. Okay. All right. Now what? It's all equal. Time's doing all right. Where do I want to attack? Kind of. That's got one defender, maybe two. Could slide this knight in here and contest the middle. I think that's got some good ground. That's got some pressure on there. Can I build the pressure on that anyway? Not really. I could maybe slide my queen up here, trying to get up there. The rook's obviously in the way. I can't get my queen very much out. I can't defend it very well. Maybe I have to look on the other side. I could move that way, threatening there. Right. So if I move my bishop there, I think that's all right. I just ruined a personal best in Puzzle Rush. What was your personal best? Okay, so that slides over there. We've got one attacker. Okay. I want to slide out there. I can make another attacker here. Okay, so I think I'm building pressure on this. Your personal best is 30. You got 28. Ugh. Did the pressure get to you? All right, so I can like take. He has to build another defender there. Okay, so he built another defender here. Okay, so I think I want to just slide a rook onto the open file, and it's probably this one. When I got choices of rooks, I really don't know which one I'm meant to like push where. Okay, so he's attacking my bishop there. I've still got that defended, so I'm not too worried. He's also guarding there, but double guarding that. What else can I try and do? I could push pawns up that way. That's not going to do much. I can slide another rook out that way. Push pawns out there and weaken that structure. Really don't see how. Okay. Where can let's just. I think this is a terrible move, but I just was, you know, I can't see anything to do at the moment. I could slide my rook slightly over here. What is that? That's defending that. Okay. If I just push this up, now I'm seeing some stuff that I can do. Where I can like take, pin that. So he already had more defense on that than he needed. Right. So I just want to push that up. Oh wait, that gives a free pawn. Let's just, you know, we'll just plan to like drag our rooks both onto that file. Okay, so now we're threatening that knight. That knight's got some work to do. And again, he's got two defenders, I got two attackers. So if I move that knight out of the way, then okay, where's that? He's trying to take that knight. I think that's, you know, I'm okay with that. that's probably threatening some stuff. I think they're both doing an okay job of threatening things. I'm threatening the rook. All right, so it's still got 2 defenders and I'm just down to 1 attacker. So I really just can't get to that. This one's got 1. Maybe I could create a barrage, put my queen. I want to get my queen in front. If I can get my queen in front, I can slide it up on this diagonal. So maybe I try and wiggle around that way. So slide my queen down here. Get them both on the open file again. Okay, now that I got this defended, if he does like some meaningless move, I'm thinking of just like dragging that there. And if he takes my bait, then I just like check him there. If he doesn't take my bait, he just did it again with 29. You're doing some of these puzzles real quick. How long do you have for the puzzle rush? Like 5 seconds a puzzle? A minute? No, it's not a minute. How long is it? It's definitely not a minute. I don't know why I suggested that. All right, so the pawn on my right is free, but currently that would my queen gets pinned. So I can't move my rook horizontally yet. You have 3 minutes in total. All right, gotcha. All right, so my bishop won't be very good in the endgame if I just trade off. Did I miss something? We just traded rooks. Okay. I thought I was like, did I just get a free rook? No. All right, so now I want to try and clean up the pawns. I got this one. This one's guarded by that. So I might try and trade queens. I'm going to do that as well. Because like his knight is doing some work at the moment. All right, so I feel like he should move his queen. No, he can't move his queen there. I can just take his queen. So he can't trade queens very easily. He could move his queen there. I get the free pawn. Okay. Let's start collecting some pawns. The back rank's available for check now, whenever I want to do that. And when I check him, then maybe I can get that pawn as well. So that'll be my next target. So he wants to back rank me. So how about we don't allow that? Okay, and I got time now, which is good. All right, so he's threatening to take there. So if I check there, because I just wanted to create that as a potential target, so that was an opportune moment. And then we will guard that bishop. And then this pawn's free as well. So I can slide down and take that pawn. All right, so we just want to win some pawns. Okay, that pawn's not there. All right, that is fine. This knight might come down somewhere. This isn't guarded free anymore, but like maybe I can push this pawn. All right. Now he wants to checkmate me in that way. So let's just push that, block that diagonal. My king's guarding this, so the knight can't get in very well there. Can get in the back here. But then I can just take here. Does we want to slide down? Check. Guards. That pawn will be my... No, all my pawns are safe, so it's all right. But I'll slide in there and then try and come over there. I think that's my danger. So I have to be careful so I can go take that piece. He goes in there. He goes in there. Oh. Okay. I think it was more dangerous if he went in there. There. What's he trying to do? What's he trying to do? I really don't see what that gained. Surely, like, that's his spot that he's trying to get to. I don't see it, so let's go, and then I can maybe go here. Check. He moves his pawn. Doesn't do much. This also guards my pawn there, which is good for a queen trade. I've got this passed pawn over here, so maybe I should start moving that. It's about time for that. Currently my focus is don't get checkmated. Okay. Let's just clean up these pawns. Still on the process of don't get checkmated, but I think I'm a decent way away from that. Go there. He's trying to get a draw out of this. Go there, he goes up. He's forcing a draw, isn't he? I go here. Slides in. Yeah. That was a good game by him. Got the advantage, but opened myself up to the draw. I was like, I don't think he can checkmate me, but I think he got the advantage and wanted to. I got the advantage and he just wanted to find a draw out of it. Oh, wow. Made some massive mistake. Wow, I had no blunders. Giveaway. One player was winning, but then gave it away. Okay. All right, so this is the first point where I'm like, I just have no idea what to do. And this move doesn't hurt much, but it doesn't help either. That seems pretty good. All right, so what piece should I move? I guess that's probably up there. Okay, so what's that actually threatening? So I'm not like everything's guarded, but I guess that just puts some pressure on there, holds some space. This knight can't move out. No, I can move out. I feel like that doesn't do too much either, but I can see why that's a decent move. Right. Off of the queen trade now. Have I done any puzzles? Yeah, I've done a whole chunk of puzzles, but I don't do the timed variety. I largely do them just when I got a bit of spare time, but can't like commit constant time to them. Yeah. So if I blocked the queen there, I'd won enough pawns. I could have just pushed my way to victory there. So I was like, I don't want to trade queens. I wanted to collect stuff, but yeah, that move's way better. Looks like you can't stop checkmate now. Right, so I tried checking for checkmate. So let's see. Wait. So yeah. So what do they do? That's a great move. This forces me in here. Then where do they go next? Do they... I reckon that's the move? No, you move up. Oh, okay, so it was where... Yeah. So I was worried about this move initially down to this spot. But they force me up. I go there, and I don't have the timing to get my pieces back. So let's say I just pre-run there. And then they're like, yep, thanks. And then I pre-run. And now they do that. Oh. Okay. Knight takes there. Okay. And queen guards from this diagonal. Gotcha. But not. Let's try that again. Yep. And now check. Right, wait, not like that. Yeah, check. I move my queen in. Okay. And then they go check. Check. Sure, there's a difference there. I don't see it. Move out of the way while taking their piece. Yeah. They go thanks for the queen, and go here. They go thanks. Go check. Take the queen yet? No. The bishop. I keep saying the queen, but yeah, and that's mate. Yeah, gotcha. All right, that was a long game, but let's do one more. Final game. What can we do? 1267. Gotcha. Okay. Right. I think I want to defend that, open up this bishop line as well. Probably want to defend this spot, the diagonal here from whatever that's trying to do. I can just slide over and check me at any stage. Blocked my bishop in. All right, let's try and develop our other pieces. We'll solve that bishop issue later. But let's just get these out and into the fight. Okay, my bishop can go here. Okay. I can castle, I can... Do I want to kick that out? Yeah, whatever. Not in any rush to try and pin that. I want my queen out. Boy 888, want to play? I would usually happily take on people, but this is actually going to be my final game. So maybe next time. You can take and just destroy my pawn structure. But yeah, there's solid king defense right here. There's what we play for, you know. Just a nice breezy area here that people can come in. I still can't get this bishop out, so maybe I'm about to like slide that up. Take. I can then maybe pin up there. Chess player lol, I gotta go. See you later. Thanks for coming in. And where's that knight gonna go? But oh, that pawn's not gonna be defended if I move it. Take. So how do I defend that pawn? Right, I want to get this bishop out, but I can't. Everything is so claustrophobic in here. Right. Maybe just let him have that pawn. He'll move in there, and then be wanting to go in there, and I'll have to be moving my queen, and it's like not great places for moving my queen. Maybe I just slide my queen back, or on that diagonal there. Let's just drag that back. Okay, and I feel like I just want to sack a pawn. See if they spot the free pawn. So I didn't attack in a way that comboed my queen, which I find peculiar. But let's move that out. I've now got my bishop free to do stuff. My queen's opened up. I feel like that was a valuable piece to trade. I didn't want it. It was in the center. I couldn't do anything with my pieces. So, you know what? Have it. Have it. It's all yours. All right. So this guy's pretty weak. That guy's slightly weak. But like maybe I can move my queen up here and then slide an attack up there. I could go up here and try and pin that way. So maybe that's a good way to try and develop it. Okay, so it's avoided that attack. Where's that going? It's going for that pawn. I can slide my knight over here. Guards that pawn. I could. So if I push my queen up here, it also threatens up there. So it's sort of like a twofold attack. So it's trade. Yeah, that's fine. Kind of wanted my bishop doing something anyway. All right, so here's a pawn up, but I got two bishops. He's got two knights. We've freed up that. He got that pawn. How about we take that one there? You can slide a rook over if he wants. Then I just take that one with my queen. Okay. So like he can He defended well there. So my thoughts were if I took with the queen first, then he just moves his rook, and I have to move my queen anyway. But right. Let's slide this rook over. We're now trying to target the knight. Okay, so now he's going to come in somewhere over here. Wants my queen. I go here. I can target my queen again, but he can't get it very easily. Where can he move to? Oh, I think he'll move over there. The intention. Oh, my bishop's guarding that. Okay. So I was thinking that like he was going to go here and then there for trying to checkmate me. Checkmate. Yeah, didn't spot that one. Thought my king could move? Evidently not. All right, so finished with a loss. That was a punishing game. So I made 2 blunders. Sudden game that was lost by a mistake. So let's check out where we were. Okay. So it did say the sudden mistake was me just abandoning this pawn, right? So it just wants me to like move up 2 or just 1. So like, as I said, I didn't feel like there was much I could do, and I really wanted this bishop out. So I didn't see that like at all. I guess this guards this spot and I can start pushing my pawn, this pawn up there or something. Okay, so here, it's me to counterattack. No, well, who cares if he takes my knight? That there, or does it slide back? Let's slide back, and then missed a better way to defend an unprotected piece. Okay. Move my king. All right. I missed a way to reveal an attack on an enemy piece. Right, okay. So... that? Well, that reveals that attack and it does this attack. All right. That bishop. Gotcha. So I can slide up there. Okay, so threaten the queen there just to discover attack. I think it wants me to... Okay, so it wants me to threaten material some other way. Is it like... No, it's not sacrificing my queen. That doesn't seem like a good move. What is it? There is better than there. All right, so this threatens that, guards these 2 spots. Yeah. And when I didn't move that, I totally missed that that would be checkmate. So I should like think I should often think the stuff near my king, what space do I actually have? So I think I often go like, they can't do much, but I forget that like, all right, my king has no space here whatsoever. Yeah. Anyway, some interesting games of chess there. Hope you all enjoyed watching. Thanks all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.